And
Viper
there's
would do it all the
Dobson.
time.
There's Dobson there,
Thompson.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
he does it in pubs too. So you know,
Dyer's pick.
maybe
I
there is
I
something
wouldn't
to
put
it.
you I wouldn't put it past him. And you know that whole like nerf that went across like all talents, like everything has gone down by percentage. Like the plus damage was not nerfed. It stays exactly where it was. It was one of the things that was untouched. Um,
Now,
yeah, so
my question is, that's
you
still
don't
level
think it's gonna be 5
25
times.
talent,
Yeah,
right?
10
yeah, yeah,
seconds to
yeah, it
Don't
is.
go.
don't you go for the mines that are mobile? Don't you move the mines
5
around?
seconds.
They do
Uh,
move slowly, but and I know you can scale well into the right click damage as well, but
so kill packs are good if you
yeah,
know all the positions to put them. But most of the time you can achieve exactly the same thing with green mines agonyms. Like you don't need to do anything more because the green mines cost almost the same as the reds now. So like you just do green kegs and the reds you use more as like smoke detectors,
sure.
with the stasis trap in the middle. So it can be a trap for high grounds. And this is gonna be the issue now for Team Secret. They have to think about high ground vision. They need to think about flying information, which they don't have.
Hmm.
Um, and they need to also be very mindful about jumping in. Now, the only person who probably won't care too much about it isn't enraged Ursa,
Yeah.
but if he's not enraged, he's in a lot of trouble.
Mhm. So the way I saw teams deal with the techies,
Radiant's
basically
pick.
versus Virtus Pro, because they were the ones picking it the most, are there's different ways. One is get a
Huh?
lot of these heroes that have beasts, right? Like summoned units or
Yeah,
your chants, your enchantress. B
yeah.
heroes with illusions, right? Your terror blades, your nagas, PLs, whatever. But what I
Mhm.
saw work the best is combos of Viper
10
plus,
seconds to
let's say,
Yep,
go.
a Nyx that buys a heart very early on, and then you
yep.
have so
5
much magic
seconds.
resistance. You don't even care about the mines. They're not doing a lot. So
You have hit the nail
yeah.
perfectly on the head. Viper is great, Juggernaut's great, and Lifesteal is
Hmm.
great. Because they can't be harassed out in the lane, they're always going to have a good laning phase. Speaking more of the Juggernaut as well as the Lifesteal are there, because you just sustain through the blast off damage. So
If
the
if
only
you
way,
if you spin when you see him blast off, right? So
yeah, yeah. So it's mainly the healing ward that actually can give you the extra
mhm.
life. So yeah, you can spin and dodge it. Instant disables are also great against the techies. I think we were talking about this the other day, or I was talking about it with uh anyway, like Rubik
Dyer's
grabs.
ban.
So you can like instantly grab him in the air. And now yeah, you're saying like, okay, well we just tank through this. We
Yeah.
just tank through this. I can't remember the interaction of familiars
No, the
with Red.
familiars still don't die because they keep Visage's cloak armor. As long
Ugh,
as yeah, so as long as Visage is not losing his armor stacks, the birds are fine. They
10
should
seconds to
be
go.
okay.
unkillable. Now also Visage can go for a pipe
5
here,
seconds.
which could
Radiant's
be
ban.
useful. Now
Mhm,
there are some ways of dealing with that armor. However, you are playing versus a Bat Rider. You are playing versus a Treant Protector. So let's say that Nature's Grasp is suddenly even way more important for OG. You also have Bat Rider with Firefly that can just burn through his armor stacks. Mm,
mhm.
But but
I like the
we
butt. Yeah.
yeah
10
we,
seconds
we
to
we talked
go.
about Batrider and how he likes to go for those travels. He doesn't get
Mhm.
dagger
5
nearly
seconds.
as fast as he usually does, and because of that it's a bit more difficult to
Radiant's
get on top
pick.
of that Visage, who most likely will have Grave Chill maxed out.
Mhm. Okay, let's see. I still like. I'm really waiting for just the last two picks so we can see who grabs the techies. Pango is the last ban out from Team Secret, so they actually believe that yeah, the three position is what OG has not filled yet, and
So
that could
they're
be the case.
thinking,
Like if you run
10
TB
seconds
one,
to
Batrider
go.
two, and then like someone else three, like maybe that's the way. How's the Batrider
5
like
seconds.
Visage matchup
Dyer's
work?
pick.
And is it that?
it's not it's
Is it
not
wait? Who is Puppy playing in this? Visage?
well, Puppy back in the day, you should probably remember, they used to play a lot of Visage, right? He
Yeah,
used
he
to
did.
play, yeah, he used to play a lot of Fire Visage. So I would suspect that should be him. The lane versus Batrider does not go that well for you, even with the Grave Chill.
Now that's a team.
It- all
Let's
right.
God.
see what they can
What a
So
nice
do.
that
hero against Underlord and Ursa. And
yeah.
that's Thompson's hero, Samel
Oh,
Terrorblade.
Nisha,
And it's
Nisha
no
is
tell techies.
okay. So Puppy is Puck.
Puppy is Puck.
All right, to position 5 Puck, why not? Sure. Um,
He definitely like well, I suppose with Orb you get vision to clear or scout or something. Um
I'm
Some
just
interesting
worried for
things to
that
watch.
lane though. I don't see Puck as the best laner with Ursa versus mid one's Batrider and Treant Protector, right?
Yeah.
That should be kind of problematic.
How does the lane on bottom work then? Like you have like
I'm
Zai Underlord versus like a Terrorblade techie. Is this not something you'll have a lot of experience with for like that matchup?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think that Yapzor and Underlord have pretty good chance of outplaying them there, just playing around the techies and playing around the TB. Overall, TB doesn't really like that lane versus Underlord. It is difficult. That's why they picked the Underlord. There is also a possibility for OG to switch things up a little bit, put Thompson versus Zai, Thompson and
Yeah.
no-tail techies. They could do that. That's a much better lane for Monkey because Underlord is very slow. So you can hunt him down, get those Jingu stacks, zone him out of the lane. We'll see how they lane.
Yeah. Always nice to never assume what OG is going to lane, where they're going to be positioned. It's their style. Team Secret, however, probably a little bit more straightforward for where they're going to be. But hey, I wanted an interesting draft and an interesting game of Dota. Houston in the last series was a
You
bit
got
cloudy.
it.
Oh, this is definitely some unique OG.
Yeah,
The original weird draft.
Places,
TB is going mid. Actually, he should have a pretty solid lane here. Visage, there's a lot of really bad lanes for him.
I think Zeiss.
Oh, there you go. Zai's going mid. Yeah. They're switching things up. So
Look,
Secret's ready.
Nisha hasn't spent anything yet. He's still okay. Now he's buying Blightstone, 2 Ironwood branches. They haven't seen anything, so either he forgot items or he just wanted to keep it secret for now.
This is going to be so good for them. Listen, some personal thing again. I've been spamming 20 Visage games lately, 115 of them on offlane. If this hero on the side lane is incredibly strong right now, you can definitely do some good work. If you play around Soul Assumption, maybe he'll go and play around Grave as well, but we'll see. So
30 seconds to go.
In either case, I think Secret can set up pretty good lanes for them.
Well, so far, Matumba's still going to be living in a hard world. He's got no pull camp. Sentries are already blocking it. Tree's got an observer ward down, so he's going to be courier hunting. So they're really trying to make this bottom lane from Secret an absolute living nightmare.
This lane is not the lane. At least I wouldn't suspect them to win.
Is no telling going to try and snipe. Yeah, he's working with Monkey King. Like, it's not a rune snipe because Yapsor's going to take the top one. And in fact, Puppy was also able to grab himself a steal of a rune.
All right, so what do we have? 3 for 1 in the end? No-tail only taking 1. Yeah.
3 for 1. Matumba was able to go up against mid one and win that little contest of the click.
You can see Nisha sticking around a little bit, still wants to see the lanes before he moves towards top.
Yeah. Give Yapsor some levels? Sure. Oh, nice entry. And easy money.
This top lane is going to be interesting because of the blast off potential constantly. The bottom is just a nightmare for... I think it should be a nightmare for Matu, but we'll see. He started with sticks.
So he'll at least have some nice regeneration. But Stux is not going to make Poppy's life very, very happy either. How's the mid matchup going to work? Like, you've got this Terrorblade.
Terrorblade doesn't win this. There aren't many melee heroes that win versus Underlord. Zai should have a complete free farm. He can deny. You see the range creep. He needs the range creep to be on 50% HP and he can already deny it. He's getting plus 25 damage from Atrophy Aura. This is horrible for Sumail, I think.
No tell. Suicide time. No first bloods here. And just dropping Nisha down. But this is when Secret know they need extra consumables towards the top lane. But they've only got 2 tangos between the two of them. And the beauty of Suicide, straight back out to the top lane. And he's fresh tangos. He's actually bringing the extra ones as well for the Monkey King.
Yeah, bringing some salve as well.
Some traps, techies.
Pretty good start so far for the Monkey. I mean, on Visage, the most important thing for you is to get experience. But I think they can pressure them here real hard. The only thing is, though, I don't know how much Visage Nisha has played, But every time recently I have seen him play, he goes for max Grave Chill and Gravekeeper's Cloak. I think Soul Assumption is so good on this lane if you play around it.
No
Yeah,
tell?
like,
I'll jump.
yep. So if he didn't skill Gravekeeper's Cloak here, there's a kill potential. But this way is safer. That's definitely true. This way is safer. He's going to be able to farm up quite a lot, get that 6.
And Zai's chunked a huge amount of damage, but then he just hits his level 2 Firestorm on Sumail and everything feels a little bit more balanced again. Soul Ring already completed for the Underlord.
Yeah, Zai is in a little bit of a bad position because he's playing versus meta and he's kind of low, but meta is ending, so he stacks a bit the camp, then goes back into the lane with the Soul Ring. It's going to be a really, really tanky Underlord.
And Notel's just living life on, like, as far on the edge as he possibly can. Oh, they're going to lose the courier for the Monkey King.
Dyer's courier took a trip to the old family farm.
It's a little bit too far out for Topson. I feel like this is almost being played like a techie, it's like a Zeus. Like you just burn everything you've got, then suicide yourself, then come back out again and just burn everything you got.
Like a good old Undying games as well, right? He comes into the lane, decays you 10 times, then suicides to the tier 2. Pretty much.
Because it's not like Notel's doing a lot of damage with his physical. Like, that's 40 damage he does. Like, that's not great. Definitely not great.
He almost has his level 3 to work with, though, and it looks like he's going to pull here. Is it good? Of course it is. He should get level 2. Level 2 landmines or level 2 blastall? What do you think he's gonna go for?
In this game, I'd probably say like you still want to get blast off. You still want to have that harassment in the lane. Like it's not great for sure, but it feels wrong when a techie doesn't have anything else. But he's holding it and he's going to go red mine, so we're in farm zone. You do that and that's farm zone.
They got his mine.
Yep. Now they get the taunt. He's got to wiggle almost instantly. They bring him underneath the other red mines. That's just an easy classic position as well to play around.
It's so good for them that they have cleaned up these trees, right? Around this, whatever this is, this monument or something. This little rock. If you clean these trees, it's so much easier to play. Oh my!
Right down, trying to give. Oh yeah, right on top of Yabso. He went to 5 HP, and Topson needs one more attack to dissimulate. Yabso goes to the trees, and Topson, he's not going to find him. Yabso went north. But Topson bouncing up, one more attack, he can reach him, and that's actually the way First Blood is spelled. Techies has died twice, but the First Blood still goes the way of Topson.
Okay, Nisha will find something out of it. He goes back to the bounty runes, finds one. Most likely Absor will take the other one. So, it's not all for naught, but you have to be careful with those mines. You can't just go into the trees.
I mean, Tumba's really trying to be aggressive on the bottom lane. It's the lane we haven't really looked at, because we've been wondering how the Visage versus Techies matchup's going to happen, but so far, Batrider's got a decent amount of net worth. Same thing for Matumba. They're pretty much neck and neck for this.
I'm actually surprised by how well Matu is doing here. He's farming really well, and it's not an easy lane. You're playing versus Treant and Batrider. I think it's the puck effect as well. It's very easy for Puppy to get far enough away, and also these sticks are constantly giving him mana to spam his spells.
She helps him get CS. It's nice. Meantime, by the way, Suicide up on top lane. No real surprise there. The biggest cost is Yapsor running through 2 mines trying to clear him off, but he's making sure that Nisha can move quite freely. And he's got Tranquils.
Yeah, exactly, he has Tranquils, right? And they don't get disabled by mines. So he's completely fine with it. He's just healing up.
Yeah. Notel just needs to make sure he keeps attacking him as often as he possibly can. Cancelling the pause, letting Topson keep the farm on the safe lane.
You can really see that Notel studied all of these big techie spammers. He's putting the mines right in these spots in which they usually put them. Like, I don't know if you know about that CIS streamer Travoman. He's like, every game he plays is techies.
Yeah,
word is
really...
he's one of the ones that coaches the pro players as well in techies. And,
I love it. The funny thing is, like, when you have a techies who allows the free mine challenge to go all the way up, I always find that very interesting. Like, unless you got a real purpose of holding this, and this is like I think where we're really gonna start to see like Terrorblade and Techies play well together. When Samel wants to push, Techies arrives with 3 mine charges. Tier 1
And just
tower
protects
gone.
him, right? Protects him or plants them on the tower, you mean?
On the tower, because you can basically plant all 3 mines in range of hitting the tower at the same time, so all will pretty much just explode up. And as long as you baited out the fortification beforehand, you can do moves like this, and Terrorblade will bait that out.
They sent Visage mid, by the way. This Nisha arrived mid with level 4, and he's playing versus Sumail that's level 7.
Bye tree. Yep. You got mid 1 still trying to battle this out against Matumba, and he's not level 6 just yet, but he's 1 on 3. As Yamsor's rotations helped out, but 7 sticky napalm stacks is a little too much for mid 1 to say, I'm not going to keep going for this. Even Puppy trying to have his own play. He's got 7 1 charges himself, but yeah, he's not going.
He had a lot of charges there on Yapzor, a lot of charges on Puppy, so they decided not to try anything else. I'm surprised this lane wasn't.
Absol? He's assimilating, he's going the opposite direction to what mid 1 on Saxa were looking for.
I'm surprised this didn't happen a little bit earlier. I expected this lane to be crazy. I expected many kills, many deaths, but it was actually the...
Oh, they're going again. Yep. Straight up initiation. Treant Protector's going to give him as much life as possible. That's the shortest lasso. Matumba just bounces away with his own Earth Shock.
Top lane Zai.
Yep. They try and body block him up. No tell. Could be the one to die. He's going to get rooted up. And the stun. Space created by Thompson. He's going to mine up on the hillside. And Zai's going to die there because, oh no, he does see it. The observer ward on the hillside gave him the extra information to survive. But 4 hits now out from Thompson. 1 more. Needs a second. And yep, uses his own observer ward on the hill to ensure he can hit around that fog of war. And he's trying to play on the observer and like the proximity mine and stasis trap as well. Just in case anyone was going to go further.
He's so tanky. He has Vanguard completed on that Underlord. He's level 8 with a Vanguard. So incredibly difficult to take him down.
And they still get through him.
And Nisha is going for Dominator, it seems like first. So, a very casual, normal kind of a build. I was thinking maybe he'll go for a Pipe on Visage. It helps out quite a lot versus these heroes. But Dominator just is amazing versus techies. And also it gives you this huge pushing power.
That's that kind of motivational sniper for Courier. Matumba just coming up to the 10-minute mark. Won't get that delivery. And it looks like they're actually going to battle for Outpost. Thompson's trying to get trying to regather the Outpost up on top. Won't work. It's just end up being a 1-1 trade-off. Thompson wants to bail out here, but Yapso not really allowing it to happen. Ninja's bursting on top. Stun number 1, stun number 2. Monkey King had some stick charges, so he's got some extra distance while Bat Rider will die. You get finally that remnant to pull Thompson back in again. So Bat and Monkey both going down.
On the bottom lane, Notil is already securing the outpost, putting some mines around it, not allowing them to do anything. But Thompson, that's pretty much what's happening right now. Visage is reaching this power spike. He's soon going to have that Helm of Dominator, and he's really strong versus Thompson because he slows his movement speed, slows his attack speed, and then he can stun him multiple times, up to 4 times if he has that Summon Familiars off cooldown. Later on, it does shift a little bit because Wukong's command just deals with Nisha's armor so fast, and it can get a little bit dicey for them.
Oh, it's push time. Zai underneath the tier 1 tower will put that tankiness to the test. And Samel needs more, but Puppy is a good leash. Mid 1 caught very, very deep in. Treant Protector looking to create a little extra space, keeping the root down and the lasso. They don't want Puppy to go anywhere, holding him inside the Firefly. The kill will happen onto Puppy. There is a lot of rebuttals, however. As Bat Rider has already fallen, Yapsor and Matumba will ensure Saxa joins him. So a 2-for-2 trade-off for the heavy commitment of heroes to bottom. Meanwhile, Notel not there. Level 3 mines pushing mid.
Why did Nisha TP though? Was he afraid of something from the top lane? Because he's pushing tier 1 at the same time and arguably at the same pace. So he could have taken that tier 1 instead of TPing bottom. He TPs, but they're already out. I guess he thought the fight might last a little bit longer, and it's probably the right move because of that TP. They actually backed out, so makes sense.
It's interesting to watch the team fights also just be so totally separate. Like, Puck gets a dream call on the backline. It's like, all right, well, everyone's going to move over because the push was happening around the tower. It didn't really look like there was an intention to get in behind the tower unless there was an opportunity.
And that sentry behind the tower as well, making sure that they have no perfect vision.
Yapsol, it's a trap. No kegs though. Notal's been prepping them in the mid lane instead.
You hate playing versus techies as Void Spirit,
Dire's
don't
top
you?
tower's
Low
getting beat
HP,
down.
no armor. That dissimulate won't help you if you're rooted.
Yep, all magical damage. That's the beauty part of techies. I also like how Notel's put his mines back. You can actually see this with Zayak when you look towards the mid lane. He'll do like mine and mine on either side of the ramp, and then the stasis trap in the middle, which is the normal thing to do. But Notel's just pushed his a
Dire's
little bit
lost the
further
top
back,
tower.
so it's a little less known. So you probably feel confident now you're up the hill, but then you get hit by the stasis trap, and you're a little too far away from
It's
help.
also behind the trees, right? A bit farther. Oh, Dream Call
Yep.
mid.
Yeah, Notel's wondering, is this worth a jump? It is. That's 3 heroes to get caught out, but now he's also smack bang in the middle of them all to die.
That's every techies in my every pub when he's on my team right there.
Oh, now Sentry Ward planted down. Blow up the kegs before before they're worth money.
Pretty sight right
He's microing them nicely, so he's only blowing up the ones that are near death. But still, 5 heroes now from Team Secret. It feels like a big group up.
Radiant's toughened up their
It's such a hard game to push into, though. You're playing versus Bat. You're playing versus 3 and armor. That's maxed out almost already. It's level 3. Then you're playing versus techies. If that
Oh,
wasn't
the
bad.
mine's doing a lot of damage to Zai as well. Mid one was looking for some kind of control, but he gets initiated on. Suxa, with the overgrowth, creates a little extra space and isolating Zai. Now the lasso. They grab Matumba and keep him inside the Wukong's command of Thompson. Nisha even brought the birds over, and Thompson's trying to mop them up as quick as he can too. But the Uber takes you home.
It's just so difficult to push. You really can't. They need to find the perfect opportunity to make these moves. Because if they do it like this and they get picked off, then it's so easy for Sumail to just pop his form and
Nice
move back.
pit. Yapsor getting caught out by the stasis trap. Sumel's trying to do the damage from low, so you'll lose the techies. And the leash making sure Batrider cannot get away. OG now into full retreat. A Secret brought everybody once again.
The power of the Underlord, right? They Dark Rifted back, and because of that they can just TP in, continue defending.
Dire's mid tower could use a little
Any
help.
big items? So Yasha and Des and Y almost completed on TB. Thompson, Echo Saber into BKB.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
It's like Matu is going
Yeah.
It looks like Matu is going for that safer route. He's going for the most popular pick in the meta. He's going for Battle Fury. It will help him scale as well.
As long as he can keep fighting, he'll be happy. Grab the bounties, get the hell out. It'll end up being a 3-for-1 in Team Secret's favor once again.
A very interesting
one.
item build from Nisha after the Helm of Dominators. He's going for Atos. So it does help them with that catch versus Thompson versus Batrider as well. Doesn't bring you a lot of utility, that's the problem. So no pipe, nothing like that to help you versus the mines.
I think Donatel's gonna have to start using those sentries a little bit more liberally. He's putting down traps underneath, like, information already. Okay, now he puts down a sentry underneath the sentry. Kegs the hillside. Nice easy way to actually... He's there for a ward scout. He doesn't actually even see the sentry to the north.
Oh, suicide, but
That's a little deep. That's a little deep. No force staff to get yourself out of those kind of positions, and that's a hell of a
Top
lot.
lane.
Same for Poppy on top lane, however. That's where Thompson gets his initiation off with Echo Saber, hitting hard and fast.
it's just the position 5s that are being picked off a little bit here and there. Nothing awful for either of these two teams. Sax actually going for Necros. He's very close to it too. Needs around 100 gold. He's farming always so well on this tree, and just because, not like he's only defending, he's constantly moving on these side lanes, using Nature's Grasps to out-push the lane. And yeah, I don't think they can kill this. Yeah, Thompson just TP's back bottom. That's where they have the most vision. And I love how every time they see No-Tail, they just run away from him. Like earlier, Yapzor saw him. Instantly he uses his ulti, goes away from him. Just worried about those mines. Thompson scouting. Matu is smart enough to just chill next to the tower. He's like, okay, I don't see anyone on the map. I'm not gonna go for those creeps. He's happy enough to just wait out the creep wave or see someone, right? Mines though?
Oh,
You're
wait,
back in
wait,
the
wait.
perfect moment. Almost.
Man, I was waiting for that green mine just to explode. But
It's only
unfortunately,
one though.
yeah, it doesn't have enough damage. That's the other part of your pub games. It's like, hey, techies exploded this, and they just say it's not enough. Not enough for my YouTube clip.
Puppy man, he has a dagger completed. Where did he find this? What the hell?
Yeah, they should be farming the top lane, right? Like, everyone else disappears. That's why he got caught out before by Thompson.
That's a 17-minute dagger with arcane boots. He's actually incredibly farmed considering he's a position 5. Or should be a position 5 at least.
Is there
This
ever
is
really a
ridiculous.
position 5 in secret?
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Or a position 4, right?
Well, Matumba's going Roshan, so he's ready with his Battle Fury to finally take care of the big man. And we'll see what OG's got up their sleeve to try and contest this. Normally you have like one green mine just hovering inside of Roshan, so you know when this begins. But No-Tail's been focusing a lot more on the southern side of the map for a while.
I'm not sure if you can contest this as well. If you click on Zai, you'll see that he's completed his Crimson Guard, which mitigates most of the damage coming from OG at the moment. So maybe they're more satisfied with just farming, waiting for perhaps that butterfly to come online from Sumail. Also, you're playing versus an Ursa. Rush dice is just so fast.
Now, I just want to flag how great this Observer Ward is that No-Tail keeps walking past. It's managed to dodge all of the sentries that No-Tail brought to the bottom lane, and it's watching every single position that he's preparing. So now Secret just know, like, well, if you're preparing on bottom, we don't fight. We push the tier 2 tower on top. And if you want to go
Perhaps
for a
mid as
trade,
well.
then
Yep.
sure. We just dodge, yeah, or mid. One firestorm from Zai, and the money just keeps rolling in.
Dire's top tower, you know the
Actually,
drill.
it's surprising that Saxa doesn't have
Radiant's
as much
mid
farm
tower's
as you would
coming
expect him
apart.
to, considering he did go for a pretty greedy build. He has these
Dire
Necros
might
as
wanna
well.
mine
They're
their top
basically
tower.
there to outpush and farm all the time. So, still, Puppy is the wealthiest
Dire's
support.
top tower's getting beat down.
That he is. More prep being moved towards the mid lane from OG.
Dire's
Yes, you've already done enough on bottom.
You know the
The tier
drill.
2 towers days are gone. I wouldn't even put a number on it. It's gone.
Thompson is squad bot. They waited for
Wow.
this.
If they can hold him there, Matumba gets the jump forward. Thompson's got a couple of stick charges, but Yabsor just easy astral step.
Expected.
Man,
Dodges
Yapsor
that
was-
boundless strike. But
he
mid
was
lane?
waiting. Huh?
Now you go for another one. Leash over on mid one. Hit from Zai. A quick little follow-up. Sumail wants to help out. But what's he going to do? The lasso is there. Into Metamorphosis is going to kill a Puppy. That's what he's going to do. A blast forward from Techie. Now he gets to get out as well. Zai wants to keep the battle going at the same time. With the Uber out, Yabsor's left behind. He's going to taunt. He's going to try and kill off mid one, but Sumail sunders his teammate. Ensuring Yabsor's kill is not a kill.
It's not
And
really,
Matumba slow down.
They managed to kill this very wealthy position 5, but they lost Thompson, which is a much better pick-off for Secret, and also they forced meta. That meta is about to finish on Sumail, and because of that, you'll see Secret pushing down the tier 2s very soon. Or the tier 2 on the mid lane at least for now. It's
I'm
crazy
loving
how...
I'm just loving the pace that Team Secret are playing. Like,
Dire's structure's
like
looking
Techies is not even level
fortified.
10 yet. And he normally wants that because you want to have that negative 3 seconds on proximity mines because it's just, you can cover so much more ground with this. But he hasn't got that. He hasn't got arcanes. Like, this is Soul Ring, and I think I saw No-Tail with like 6 sentries. Like, that's such a huge hit to the economy to have to buy that.
Yeah,
to
but-
not
but-
get your never-ending mana.
But he is a position 5, right? So...
Yeah, he is a position 5
that's-
and not a
that's
4.
the thing,
So it's-
yeah.
it makes sense.
I
It's just
guess
a hard life.
what he is doing at least is giving a lot of vision with these remote mines, right? They're everywhere across the map, on every hill pretty much. So
Yeah.
before they were on many camps too.
They're free wards, pretty much. But it's interesting to watch the way he plays it. It's different. Like, he definitely plays Techies as his own controller. Top lane, Matumba, still thinking about fighting. Techie's going to jump forward, and they make sure the enrage is impossible. Remember, you've got the Wukong's command. which is down to make sure once the Aegis Immortal Ursa is back to the world of the living with the CIS trap, which was also planted, but Temple only now in range, but the teammates are dropping like flies for OG. Now over towards the Treant Protector. Space created with the overgrowth. Nisha on the run. The boundless strike from Thompson hits pretty damn hard through Nisha to get the kill. And over towards Puppy. But now Thompson completely stranded without any other disable. He will fall too. And now track down the last surviving member of OG. Batrider on the run. He's pretty damn fast, but the clumsy net slows him up. Puppy staying so hot on the tail. Blink Dagger's going to come off cooldown in a second at the TP to the tier 2 tower. So Yapsol. Jump up, look for the Remnant, put down the old Tinker Ward, and man, he moves fast.
She's so fast, yeah. The travels and Firefly speed is just way too much. Maybe they can still catch him.
Hit. Got him.
Got him. That's a wipe.
That is the wipe.
Instantly,
nothing left on the disc.
Yeah, instantly, Zai just moves bottom. He starts pushing in. But it's funny. OG decided to fight there because they really did have good positioning. You had the BKB completed from Atu as well, and mid one, he was the MVP of that fight for OG at least because he solo kills Nisha. It doesn't matter, however, because Ursa still has an Aegis, and terribly it had no meta to work with. Maybe the next fight will be better for them because now you have the meta, now you have the butterfly.
Yeah, Yapsol. Careful coming into this area. They know there's a lot of traps everywhere. Oh. The Sentry Ward actually reveals the keg on the hillside, too.
He was trying to... Yeah, there we go. He gets it.
Was it the courier not see it properly? It seemed like it was in a good spot for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure as well, because he was keeping the... Oh, they know.
Oh, he breaks it! The Dream Coil was off position, though! Puppy didn't realize that Thompson was that deep. That could have been pretty damn huge, and now, with no Dream Coil, OG may be feeling like they can try and fight. Yapsol, there's another bounce forward from Thompson. He'll jump down. They don't have the creep wave with them just yet. Now it's only going to arrive at the tower, but they're in real deep. And Thompson back into the Wukong's command, battling against Batumba, who's enraged up too. Samel will come and join the fight with the Metamorphosis. They really want to have this fight. And have they got what it takes to find themselves a kill? To simulate, Yapsor gets himself away to safety. And there's your first kill. It's no tell on the back lines. There was a quick little trap. It was Puppy who went after him, but now battling inside the pit. Not where OG want to be. Mid one getting clipped by the edge of it too. Anisha into Samel's front line. Remember, Samel still has his Thunder available. He's still ready to try and fight, but he's losing his teammates once again. The support's too far away. Another pit grab. And looks like we're all trying to retreat back out again.
Sumail is the last one left behind. Can they catch him?
Have they got control?
He's trying. He has Dream Coil in 5 seconds. They actually got him.
He's turning, and he's silenced. Can't sunder because of the silence, and that's the end of Sumail.
Mid tower's getting banged up.
It looks like these initiation. Oh, Thompson, he's got as well. He has no BKB.
He was just coming over to try and pick up the bounty rune, but now Zai will land his own stun. More support arriving from Nisha. Slow him down, hold him in position with a Rod of Atos. Now Thompson's there for 50 seconds, and it looks like Puppy's having his own little bit of a battle on bottom lane. No-Tail wanted the kill. Saxa can't get the control, and Puppy can blink away to safety.
Matu is around, but he doesn't really dare to run into all the mines of No-Tail. So maybe they might catch Puppy here. But man, mid one needs a dagger so bad.
Puppy just used orb. Oh, he phase shifts! Moving forward. Oh, he blinks up. Instantly kills up the red mine, though, so he won't quickly die to that one. But the last one, Flame Break at mid one, he's had enough of this puff. But they're going to lose their tier 2 town for all that running, all that chasing.
Why is Puppy at position 5 again? Like, this guy is incredibly skilled. Like,
did he used to play core at some point? Like, has he always been support in his life?
Well, not necessarily, so, yeah. Man, what a great fight and what a great performance from Secret overall. It just doesn't look like... OG, they have everything they need, but they can't break through all the layers of defense on the side of Secret. Because you have Enrage, you have Satanic on Ursa, you have Shiva's Guard on Visage. From all the other items, no AC, nothing like that, no pipe, he went straight for Shiva's because there's also Crimson Guard on Underlord. Damage mitigation is sick on the side of Secret.
Is there a point where that starts to drop off? Like, is there a timing that, or, like, I know OG, like, there's always a timing when it comes to OG winning. Like, is there a timing where Secret start to just tail off with their sustain?
There is, if you hit a few more items on the Monkey King, but he's really far off. He has BKB and Echo. Thompson has been thrown under the bus a little bit. He has less network than the Batrider at the moment. So you really need to play around that Wukong's command. I think it's a solution for them, but he also needs a couple of more items before it's that scary.
Well, items are starting to drop. Our Puppy is now afforded up an entire Lotus Orb as well, just because, hey, got the cash. And they're waiting for Roshan. He will respawn in just over a minute. It's like Sux is also on the hunt for couriers. One's coming back. He'll see that one, so goodbye, Ursus Courier. Oh, wait, hang on. No, not enough damage from the punch.
Tower ain't a pretty sight.
Hey, now I go after this one. Over after... No.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Sumail is so defensive on bottom, and rightly so. The amount of times Secret have tried to gank that with a little bit of a push coming in from, like it was mid one, it was always the one pushing before. But now they just use Terrorblade Illusions to push into the tier 2 tower and get something back.
Yeah, mid one died a couple of times. Thompson as well down on the bottom lane. Every time he would try to split push, Yapzor would be waiting for like 3 minutes there. Just patience. Patience is key, and then he would catch him the moment he would have left off of a tree. Very interesting build from Zai as well. If you click on him, you'll see that after the Lotus Orb, he's figured, okay, this is all the utility that I need. I'm going for an Aghanim's. Now, that seems like a very luxurious item. I haven't really seen many Underlords rush it this early on. It's still cool, half of the damage given to his allies, but a very
he's feeling like us is feeling a little under the damage radar.
Yeah.
Necrobook level 1's on the scout from Tree. Instantly sees people up, and the familiars, yeah, they're doing the thing. Same with the Purge Creep. Dreamcall snap in the back lines. Looks like it's Thompson being caught out. Needs some extra help. The lasso keeps Zai out of the battle. So Sumail with this bottled up double damager and hits so damn hard. Now that's how you get through Zai. They're moving over towards Roshan, but they want to try and find more. Yapzor is nearby, but no quick jump to control him, however. And Matumba goes in deep. Sumail not feeling that same kind of strength, wants to try and run away, got a BKB available, Sunder's still up as well, he's looking for a good target, Zai's gonna be nearby, but no, the Lotus Orb! Oh, he didn't see it! Instantly reflects, say goodbye to Sumail, and my god, OG, they have been caught out. And Sumail thought he had the big play, and now it's gonna be Roshan for Secret as the consequence.
That was also so good for OG, the way it started, because they deal with Zai just because of that double damage rune, right? They kill him in a matter of seconds. They didn't even use the BKB on TB. And he thought he's gonna be able to continue fighting because he has it. But that Lotus Orb just outplayed him so hard. Zai just waited the right second to use it. Really, really well played by him.
They're both itemized for Puppy as well as Zai. They know what they need to win. Puppy's having another bit of a crack. He's already removed like 1/3 of the life from Thompson. Question is, can he actually keep it removed? Mid one's looking for some extra control with the flame break, and yeah, Puppy will burn. Underlord was TPing down, Zai looking to help out. Yapzor as well. Astral step forward, Yule Scepter, the easiest setup ever into the Remnant, but there is a BKB to be triggered off from mid one to allow the escape.
There was a BKB on Thompson as well, so catching him there with that Dream Call was a little bit questionable. You don't really have the Aghanims as well to work with at this point. And Thompson is still around. He does see Zai, but it's a difficult kill to go for. He has so many allies around.
Pressure to be applied now on bottom lane. Whoop! Hold him in. Thompson goes for the Wukong's command. Now the BKB up and running. He's focusing on Zai to bring him down. Sux is there to help out too. This never-ending slow. They're having a hard time getting away, and the flame break from mid one helps him too. Zai has the cheese, so he slides back up to full. Matumba not as healthy. He's been locked inside the Wukong for so long, but still no kill from OG. You can get the Stasis Trap and buy some more time with the lasso. They finally bring down Thompson. The price is going to be the heavily tanky, both Ursa as well as Zai, but there's a secondary life. Aegis Immortal will kick him back up again, and we'll see what Sumail's got. Stasis Trap after Stasis Trap buys some more time, not to mention the Sunder Matumba. That time they didn't have the Lotus Orbs ready to go. A triple kill for Sumail, and they want Yapzor too. Puppy, where is your captain to help him out? He's already been playing the backlines, but Yapzor's TP, he'll get away to safety. No stuns available for OG left, but they bring down the 3 cores of Team Secret.
Man, the cojones on OG. They're going onto the Underlord that has a cheese, and they don't have meta for another 20 seconds in that fight. And they still take the fight. They win it. They kill off Underlord. They don't even use the meta in the end. And they killed the Ursa twice, pretty much. That was crazy. Like, just being so confident in what you know about this game to make that call, even though you're fighting against the odds, is really cool from OG.
Oh, Puppy. He just orbed himself forward somehow. Let's try and slow him up if possible. And where are you going to go, Puppy? He's got Blink Dagger. He's going home. Yeah, ping coming out. It's like, we need to get control of the outpost again. Both of those outposts, I believe, actually belong to Secret at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, it's 32 minutes in. Right now, all you care about is pretty much that ease of access, right? Having a point to TP to, and also some vision is pretty good from the outposts. They take both of them. I love that Saxa is going for a Solar Crest this game around as well. It's going to benefit them so much if he casts it on Monkey or on the TB. Monkey is getting there though. Remember, just 2 more items. He has a Maelstrom now. After the Dazzle, he's already very scary and can contribute a lot to these fights in form of damage, that is.
Coming over the river once more. Tops and bouncing the trees. Yeah. Bounce back again. I don't know if you actually feel that confident at this point.
You can also check that Zaya did switch up his item build. He went away from that Aghanim's. He's going for something more standard. Because they already have the Shivas, I would guess this should be AC from him. We'll see.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Maybe
just
casual plate
mail. Yeah. It's not that unusual to just get a casual plate mail as well. Next big item as well that will come for Secret is Hex on Visage. He also has a telescope, so the range of that disable is going to be really big. Plus you have pretty much 2 or 4 stuns to follow up with your familiars. And that can really destroy Sumail, who is caught.
Yep, up in the air we go. Sumail quickly BKB. Mid one's nearby. But Matumba's already really starting to stack up. 7 Fury swipes on Sumail. He started up the Lotus Orb again. He knew he had to, but it still didn't feel right for him. What was that?
What? He just disappeared. He jumped on top of Nisha and Puppy and he just disappeared. No BK boost, nothing like that. Oh. You know when you're watching your ally die and sometimes you forget where you are? You know, does that happen ever to you? Like, it used to happen even in some of my teams. Like, you would just be watching someone, you know, and you kind of run into your own death, and then you're too embarrassed to accept that. And that's how it looked like for Thompson. He just jumped in the back lines, watching his Terrorblade die, and then he dies as well.
It's really, man, Lotus up. Oh, crap. Top lane. You got Tree and Protector getting caught out as well. Puppy the Eternal Scouter having that Gem of True Sight now picked up.
The Hex is there as well, Nisha. Have to be very careful. They did see mid one, I think. Huh? They send the bats to him, the familiars, but he backs out.
I would like to see Nortel try and like prep a couple of extra traps somewhere. I suppose it's really difficult when you don't have an Aghanim Scepter and you got no item progression at all. Like, that's not great. But you need to try and do something in the trees. There's no trees because you get flying vision from familiars. I think actually, just even watching Nisha's micro then, he's purposefully checking like certain areas of the trees. Zaya's walking in like to areas and just clearing him out beforehand because he knows he can tank it.
Yeah, it pretty much is Zaya and Nisha, right? This duo is stopping Notel from doing anything that he wants to. And he's also a position 5. It's very difficult. You don't have enough mana regen half of the game to be setting up these traps. And then when you do get mana regen to do so, you feel like you're needed more in these team fights. Like right now, he's smoking up, he wants to fight, he wants to contribute.
And they're coming out. OG want to try and find that initiation. They're looking towards Zai. Lotus Orb is already up, so Batrider is waiting out the Lotus Orb. And now Terrorblade initiated on as well. Zai wants to get everybody out. He cancels the ultimate, however, the quick jump forward. But my god, the cleave damage out as well from a Tumba and the spill. Maybe there's enough to bring down Zai, but Thompson and Mid1 are working together to get one kill while the rest of their team are totally dead. Thompson, last man standing, but he doesn't stand for long. Goodbye, Thompson. And maybe goodbye some Raxes as well.
Yeah,
Thompson
he
will
instantly
buy back,
buybacks.
but what have they got in the tank? There's 21k advantage, and Secret look like they're on a rampage now. And there's no real defense set up from OG.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to try to do here. He's going on Zai mid lane.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
No
losing
he's-
his base
the
though.
Dire's
Yeah.
structures for now.
He's getting the creep wave is what he's doing.
The Dire might want
Usually that's great, but
top
there is a
tower.
full creep wave and 2 Kartis pushing the top lane, so they can
Dire's
transition
top
mid after
tower's
this easily.
gone.
Yep.
Dire's top
And Zai's got
tower's
so
been
much
taken.
damage. 96
Nothing
permanent,
left of Dire's
215
top
right
brass,
now
top
from the
brass.
aura, plus
It's all
371 casually.
Dire's mid
This is why he wanted the
tower
Aghanims. They don't even need it at the end of all of that.
Dire's mid
2
tower
lanes of Rax to be claimed.
One upside for OG, if they don't lose the throne now, they can't be megaed, because they still have the tier 2 on the bottom lane.
Dire's mid
So most likely Secret will retreat, yeah, that's what they're doing as well.
So OG have one more fight in them then.
This
Or one more
Lotus Orb,
loss in them.
this Lotus Orb is such a genius item. You pretty much just pop it on Matu, and he goes ham on Sumail, and Sumail can't do anything. It's not like they have... Do they have any 4 staffs on this team? They don't, so you can't even get him away from that Ursa. Matumbaman just latches onto him and destroys. You can't sunder, you can't run, you can't fight. It's hard.
Another Roshan goes the way of Secret. This one will come with an Aghanims upgrade.
That's for Underlord, right? Is it? Or,
Uh,
Let him have it.
Who got it?
yeah, he got it.
Yeah, it's
He got
Underlord.
it.
It's Underlord. And
Thompson.
straight down the bottom lane for Thompson. Alright, how much damage have we got, boys? Ooh. I felt close a little bit.
That was crazy. That was so much damage. He even BKB'd. He just melted. He also has Havoc Hammer, which gives him, what, 18 plus strength? Nothing mattered.
How much extra damage do you get, is it?
It's half on Aghanims, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's half. The allies get half permanent. Not permanent, obviously. As long as they're in AoE.
In range.
Yep.
The Dire best do something.
Nortel's
about their
preparing a
bottom
high
tower.
ground defense position. That feels optimistic to do outside the base. The familiars are already having a little peek over. And Ursa found an illusion, so it's also going to have a quick little scout.
They still
As
have
long
a
as
gem on
Poppy's in
Poppy.
range, they'll see the green mine, and yeah. Alright, so who wants this? Who can actually take this? Alright, you send in Nisha's Burst to do the job. Meanwhile, Thompson's just trying to take Outpost for the 40-minute mark. He can't TP back yet. It's on cooldown for 10 seconds.
Oh, but there's a leveler. This Ursa is going to destroy your tier 3 so fast.
Your Yield Scepter from Nortel will help slow that down, send himself as well as Matumba up and towards the air. There's one Lotus Orb down, but hey, there's more where that came from. Poppies comes off, Zeiss goes on.
Okay, they forced the meta. If you want to play it safe, you back out right now. You wait a little bit. That meta goes off and then you push again.
A prize.
There's a Daedal is completed on Sumail, so you still don't want to mess with the big boy. He hits hard.
Yeah. Oh, they caught him with a remnant into a double dream call. Quick little silence. Metamorphosis got a little bit longer left on him, but my god, they just evaporated him. Matamba gets the quick jump with Abyssal Blade, and now he can put the leveler to work to actually just level the rest of OG heroes down. Thompson goes in for his Wukong command, and maybe this can help him out. He's trying to get some extra distance to survive inside the Wukong, but even with the lasso, he cannot stand his ground and fight. Thompson's dead for 110. And that is GG. Secret have finally broken the techies back of OG. It took 49k of an advantage to do so, but it's done. It's done. Game 1.
That was crazy. What a crazy game from Techies position 5. It looked kind of alright in the laning stage, didn't it? In the laning stage, okay, they had some potential, they had some good moves. But really later on, what would you rather have? Techies with no items or Puppy that has a Blink Dagger, Yule's Gem running around?
Mm-hmm.
0-13-6 no-tail Techies. I think it was part of the problem for OG, but the big problem for them was really Matu. You pop that Lotus Orb on him. He found he didn't even go for Basher. He went Battle Fury into MKB, and he just goes ham on Sumail. Sumail can't even stand and fight. Meanwhile, Thompson is always dying to the birds on the sidelines.
Yeah. Hey, just to protect the techies as far as the lane goes, like I think it's when you really see something in Zayak that always happens with him where he finds kills. He's always
Yep.
able to change the balance, and he keeps finding these cores who farm in camps that don't check for this kind of stuff, that are too far away from any kind of gem carrier, and that's where like I know you said like when you hit 25, don't go the 251, go for the mines because it creates the same thing because you get your kill pack, you
Yep.
get your ability to actually delete one hero guaranteed to give your team the advantage in all upcoming fights, and that was the presence you didn't really feel from this one. This is more like a pain in the ass to buy
Yeah.
time for Terrorblade. This is the exact reason why people hate tech playing against techies because it's like this game could have been done 15, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was not. But hey, we'll have ourselves a break and we'll see how game 2 goes. We'll see what type of Dota OG decide to give us. They always experiment. This one didn't pay off, but we'll see what happens in game 2.